We're still in the sick bay. I'm still in the sick bay. Not where. I'm still in the sick bay. Me. I'm still in the sick bay. I got my hoodie on. I got my robe on. I'm looking like a Dark Lord, Sith Lord, whatever you call. Star Wars, whatever. I ain't feeling the best, but I'm here. I'm here for an hour. We'll try to get through things as quickly as possible. A lot of copium, a lot of head loss, a lot of waffling. And yes, welcome to the Balkan Palacinke show. Shout out to Chris for giving me the idea for this. Like, you have American waffle and you have Balkan Palacinke, which is like the equivalent, which is what it is in the thumbnail. It's basically a crepe, and we normally have them sweet, so with like a Nutella or like honey, jam, something like that. So that's what we got. It's a big up Trinidad and Tobago today. Says bring on the drama. I don't think there is any real drama today, but there's a lot of people complaining. I've seen Lee, the Everton fan, who likes to hate on everybody else, bar support Everton, complaining about a handball. And normally I would say, yeah, I could probably side and think, yeah, probably harsh. I don't think it was a handball, hands down by his side, but because it's Lee, they can hold that. I don't give a shit. So unlucky for them. And there's more fallout from the United Arsenal game. There's talk of people trying to make mountains out of anthills and things like that. Big up Twisted Fate. So yeah, it's a bit of things going on here. Just trying to suss it out. I think more than anything, instead of a head loss, I think the copium has sort of like been out there, because you got, again, two sides of every team. You've got ones who think, we played like shit but we won, so that's good, and you got ones who, we played like shit, which is bad, and we won, which is also bad because it's unsustainable. I don't know, not so much about it. I want to look at this handball thing first, though, because if you didn't watch the Leeds Everton game, bloody hell, this handball was ridiculous. I'll get to it in a second, Twisted Fate. Yeah, you know what? I actually did say they played well. I was having this convo with my mate. I said, you know what? United actually looked decent going up front. If they just could get a couple of, decent shots on target, and if Raya maybe didn't have a Superman performance, quite possibly would have bagged yourselves a goal or two even, because Arsenal didn't look that threatening, and that whole second half they pretty much had nothing on target, so nullified them pretty well. But yeah, maybe there's still something in the midfield, maybe still not working. And of course we'll look at the decision as well with the header that was scored from Calafiori. But in any case, let's check this out here. This was the handball. So the shot came through, his arm is literally down by his side, and he smacked him on the bicep, but he's like leaned in towards it. So is that a case for a handball then? So if you lean in towards something, does that mean that that's a guaranteed handball even if your arm is by your side? And because it's Lee, I couldn't give two fucks, and it's Everton, they can hold that as well. I don't give a shit. So, yep, Everton finally getting relegated. Touch wood. Touch wood, it happens. Touch wood. As much as I hate your club, that was ridiculous. Yeah, nah, they don't get no sympathy from me. No, they don't get no sympathy from me. They can hold that shit. 100 mil Braithwaite injured for a few weeks. That's crazy. That there was the deciding factor in that game. So that was given as a handball when his arm's by his side, but Sensi swinging at the ball and actually getting fingertips to the ball to stop Ekitike going through one-on-one in our game. That was... Nah, don't worry about it. Like, just call it as is. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. The head loss has been mad, though. This was on Talks, but I haven't seen this yet. Someone says 100% handball here. Let's have a look. I want to see what they say here.
Keep your calls coming on the Sports Bar 03 717 22 33 44. Big win for Leeds tonight. Sam Matface has been watching for TalkSport, and he's with Leeds manager Daniel Farke right now.
I'm with Daniel Farke in the tunnel after that victory by a goal
so
to nil. When the full-time whistle went, the players jumped into each other's arms. The crowd went wild. How significant was that victory on opening night?
Yes, especially for the newly promoted side, it's always important to reward yourself pretty early in the season with points on the board. And especially in the good games when you are so much on the front foot, and I think we were the well-deserved winner today, and we played so dominant, especially in the first half. It's important that you take advantage out of this performance. For that, I was so pleased that we then also scored this one goal, defended the clean sheet. In the end, a hard fought, but also well-deserved to win, and important to get the first 3 points on the board for the confidence, for the whole mood, for the table. So perfect start for us.
Here we go. Let's check this out here. Can we do this in slow-mo? Alright, here we go. So here goes. A shot comes in. And I know it's not the best. It was deflected. And then he's leaning in. And then there goes his arm. So he stuck it out. So his arm's by his side. But he still sticks it out. And that was given as a handball. I don't know. That's not given as a handball yet. Holy shit, what happened there? Tarkovsky, linesman gave it, apparently it was 45 yards away. I don't understand how you can see what I've done with my arm. Same assistant, let play go on from here. Bro, that's crazy work. Did that actually happen? Did they play on from that? What the fuck is this? Oh no, Tarkovsky's going to be playing with no arms now. Bro, they let that play on? That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, Sensi can do this. And there's no recourse. Like, just swing your arm out. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, look, on review, I don't think it was a pen, but because it's Everton and Lee complained about it, they can hold that. I don't care. We don't care. We don't care. It's nice to see the Premier League is back, though. The contentious decisions everywhere. That is what it is. Yep, Rodri handball. Natural position. If his arm was out like a chicken wing type of thing, okay, fair enough. But because it's by his arm, I'm like, what's the go there? Yeah, it's pretty dog shit. Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna keep this one in case Liverpool get something go against them in a similar fashion. And if this dickhead wants to pipe up, I'm gonna throw it back in their face. We'll keep that in the records. Yeah, Tarkovsky should have just done this instead. Literally just swung an arm out. Oh, miscontrol. Oh. And then I'm just going to, swing at it. Trying to grab for the ball. Whoopa. Yep. And just continue play on there. Don't worry about it. Fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Speaking of the foul on Cunha, let's have a look at that. So that's the red. That was the penalty there. Like, yeah, like whatever. Like, gives a shit. Speaking of, where is it here? Here we go. This is the that pen decision here. Well, it wasn't a pen. And people are saying, are you daft? Like, Cunha steps into Saliba and he initiates the contact. But it's always the defender that's always going to be at the point where they're going to be scrutinized. Because if that's in the middle of the pitch, excuse me, as I said yesterday, I think, that gets given as a foul. How many times do you see, like, a player, an attacker going for the ball, they step in front of it, they get a little bit of contact any which way it comes, and they go down and it's a foul given in their favor. But because it's in the penalty box, it's always different. You run the risk of copying something in the penalty box when that happens. But I mean, I can see why on both sides they did it. I just think if this is in outside the box, it gets given as a free kick for Cunha and United. Doesn't matter who goes into where. How many times have you seen people go for a 50-50 when they're both challenging for a ball? Someone gets the ball, but then they kick the opposition or they get them with studs, and then the player who doesn't get the ball gets the foul. Every single time it happens, bruv. Every single time. So it's like he's gone in, but you can see Cunha's like there. He can see, it's not like he came from the blind side and just like overtook him. Like he's right there. And then he stepped on his foot. I mean, Cunha plants his foot first, and then Saliba kicks it. And look at you can't really see it, but the direction it flows in, you can see Saliba's got contact there. Evidently, it wasn't given, but a lot of people are saying they don't want to hear or see Arsenal complaining about decisions this season ever. Nothing to be complaining about. Cunha's high boot contacts Saliba's they carelessly or recklessly as per IFAB law, meaning a direct free kick and potential caution. Referee's non-call suggests inconsistency in enforcement. He's literally behind Saliba. It rocks up out of nowhere. And that was that front there. Then the grappling and the holding and everything else in between. Like, I thought they were going to stop this. Wasn't there a rule where they said they were going to stop this, man? I don't know. Creeps, they're called Palacinke. In the Balkan culture, for us ex-Yugos and whatnot, us Slavics, Palacinke is the equivalent to a waffle. So even though it's a crepe, for us it's a Palacinke. So it's the Balkan Palacinke. So it's like American waffle, but Balkan Palacinke. That's what that is. Big up yourself. It's a play on. It's a piss take, effectively. It's a bit of a piss take. It's a laugh. Shout out to Chris for the suggestion. So I thought they were meant to stop this grappling and holding and all sorts of shit like that, but I don't think they've actually given enough thought into it because they just allowed it to happen. And then this as well, Saliba with his arm on the goalkeeper. Now, yeah, you can say Bayinda needs to be stronger and force himself a little bit more upon the players there, but still, like, a bit of a flimsy one if you ask me. And then they just allowed it. Not my fault, your goalie is shit. Yeah, can't tease. Oh, look at that. Grappling. Who's that? Number 6? Is that Gabriel? With, who's number 23? Is that Delete? I don't even know who 23 is. No, Luke Shaw. So, yeah, that's a headlock if I ever seen one. Man's trying to put him in a sleeper hold and trying to have him tap out, bro. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. When it happens in your favor, you want to say it's dark arts and it's just part of the game. When it goes against you, you'll want to say, oh, the referees, this and that, and everything else in between, but it's crazy. Crazy looks a bit. It could be soccer junkie. It could be the same thing, man. Big up Alfredo. Yeah, refs had a stinker this weekend. Bro, the Sensi no sending off for the deliberate player at the ball with the hand. Potentially no penalty given. This being allowed. The handball on Tarkovsky. What else was there? There was something else in this game, wasn't there? There was something else that went on. The free kick disallowed for Palace, even though now they say, there was the 1 meter rule or something. I don't know, man. I don't know how they go about and picking and choosing what they want to, go between and shit like that. It just gives a big up private ping pong. Yeah, I know it's late for a lot of people overseas. It's 15 past the hour of 11 in the morning for me. I'm sick and drinking my tea, feeling a little bit English and all that. But yeah, just going through these things. Yeah, it's crazy work, bruv. Not big. Well, exactly. That's what the question is here, because the hand is clearly there, visible, and he stopped him. And people are saying he has to be stronger and whatnot. But come on, bro. Like, if anyone just tugs, if my arm's up and then someone just like tugs at it and pulls it down a little bit, that means I get no contact or very little contact, or I just completely lose flight of the ball altogether. That's just how it goes. So shit go. But it is what it is. What else have I got bookmarked here? Yeah, ball deflects. Yep, seen that already. We'll look at that later on. Don't care about that. Don't care about that right now. There was someone there. Conspiracies. Everyone knows Terry Flewers loves a little conspiracy video. A little bit of drama. They all love a little bit of drama.
Listen to this drama. Drama. It's all about the drama, guys.
Yeah, everyone should have one opportunity to call. Yeah, call like a captain's challenge, like in, rugby or challenge in tennis, whatever it is. Yeah, a bit of drama. So Lee's added Terry saying, will you be doing a whole week's worth of videos with Howard Webb's face in the thumbnail calling out the conspiracy in the Leeds versus Everton game? I mean, Everton have been robbed, right? Or is it only when it's Arsenal you do that? You want consistency. Nah, Terry only does it for the Arsenal terror, scary Arsenal, robbed by PGMOL, conspiracy, Vari's rig, scary Arsenal. For some reason, I've been blocked by him. I ain't said nothing to him. He blocked me once as well because he didn't like my criticisms on the content or his opinions and whatnot. But I think he's unblocked me since. But yeah, it is what it is. Go for it, Twisted, bro. Go on, tell me. Terry sacked you, bro. Quick cry and just accept the L. I'm pretty sure Lee said I don't want to come here anymore. But okay, 6-1, half a dozen of the other. Yeah. That's going to be the one. And oddly enough, with this being said, he's on the defensive. Like, I want to show you the thumbnail for this. How do I show you the thumbnail for this? Let's just go new tab. Look at the thumbnail for this video here. Where is it? So nothing was said when people were dunking on Wirtz the other day, calling him a flop and this and that, and the rivals are just being whatever, blah blah blah. But straight away he wants to drop the Gyökeres hate is just fear video. Interesting. He wants to back up Gyökeres because he knows the Arsenal fans eat this shit up. They eat it up like Kobayashi. They eat it up.
It's already
Actually, I
begun.
already had that. Shut up. Here it is.
It's already begun. One game in, and the agenda has begun.
Where's the video for Wirtz then? Where's the agenda video for Wirtz? Non-existent. Man, don't give a shit.
I get the banter. Listen, if you're going to misconstrue what I'm about to say and go, Terry, but banter's okay. Fair enough. I'm not talking about banter. I'm looking at the genuine, bona fide, ridiculous commentary, punditry I'm hearing about Viktor Gyökeres, to a point where lies are now being spread about the percentage of goals against teams in the top half of the league or important goals. Yes, it was a poor, by his standards, a poor debut performance away against Manchester.
Is this considered copium? Is this considered copium, people? Will you let me know? Is this considered some copium? Man wants to come out here and basically say everyone hating on Gyökeres because they're scared of him. Oh, they're scared. Scared of Viktor Gyökeres. Glock 14, you know, brother. Social media is exhausting. Henry took 8 games to get his first goal. Didn't turn out bad. I'm not saying Gyökeres is going to fail. I actually think he's going to bag goals. I do think he's going to score goals. Some people reckon it's going to be 15. Some say 20 plus. All I know, he's going to score goals without a doubt. But it's the fact that this guy decided to just put all the white knighting on Gyökeres and bin everybody else because he knows this is going to get him some traction. Was it 8,000 views, 10 hours? Probably not what he maybe would have expected for something like this. But in saying that, still, it's getting him arguably what he wants. But where's the defense for the others? Where's the defense for the others? And oddly enough, someone said Liverpool won't get views. Liverpool's attack won't be stopped. Rangers is scary good. So 17k views over this. And this one is regarding... I know if anyone loves Liverpool and does everything for Liverpool. No, don't get fooled. Kyle, don't get fooled. Don't do this. Don't go there. Now, you can say, is a United fan, he should be hating on Liverpool. No, you have to be objective if you're going to run a multi-club. My freeze frames are the fucking worst, man. I'm telling you, that's better. The freeze frames are the worst. For me, it's... What was I going with this before the freeze frame incident? For me, it's if you want to run like a multi-club show and things like that, you have to be objective. But at what point are you then too... How do I say this? Too favourable to one side than the other. Like, you can say, like, yeah, Liverpool look good, Liverpool this, Liverpool, they're all scary, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of it, you can think, like, yeah, but they're still not going to win anything. So what's the whole point? Something like that. Cursed, pause with my hands. My hands, bro, my hands are only good for certain things, and it ain't fucking hitting pause on videos. I'll tell you that much there. I'll tell you that much. Big up to you, though. Got 9 viewers here. Not bad. 10 likes. All right. The likes outdoing the view count. Let's go. Let's go. Let's have it. First, we'll be fine. Give him some time to start cooking. Victor Grace for his whoever. Well, this is the thing. If you want to give grace to one person, you want to give grace to the other. So you can't say... Yeah, I know it's not music. So you can't say, oh, Wirtz will be okay, but Gyökeres is going to stumble, when you got to give them both an equal opportunity. It's like saying Liverpool will need to gel, so they're going to struggle, but Arsenal will hit the ground running. Well, because they've got more players in. Well, the same thing applies. So surely it's got to be a similar footing for the other side as well. I don't know if you guys have seen, there's this channel, there's a creator called Schtein. They got over 200k subs, and they do like little short, 30-second, 1-minute videos, like memeing on football and things like that. And they've got one here on Arsenal, saying Arsenal fan base is a social experiment. It goes for 42 seconds. I have not seen this yet, but I know this guy does some mad things. Let's have a watch here.
I swear, man, Arsenal Football Club has to be the funniest social experiment in football history. Every time I see something Arsenal-related content, it's always hella cringe. I mean, look at this absolute monstrosity. Like, we get it, you finally got a decent striker. Every single season, it's the same storyline. They start like prime Barcelona. Fans get their hopes up, they're top of the table by Christmas, and then boom, back to their natural habitat, second place. Bro, Arsenal finishing second is more guaranteed than death and taxes at this point. Arsenal could literally have Messi, Ronaldo and Prime Zidane all playing for them, and they'd still find a way to be runners-up. It's literally in their DNA. Arsenal is that kid in school who studies all night, answers every question right in class, and still somehow manages to get a D at the end of the year. If you know what I'm trying to say, like, congratulations, you're consistently not winning anything. I swear, man.
That's fucking nasty, man. That's nasty. That's fucking nasty, bro. I swear to God. Oh my days. Georgina won silverware in phase 9, so trust Arteta till at least phase 90. Some Arsenal fans said to me. That's nasty work. What do we got here? I missed the comments. Let me have a look. Okay, here we go. So I feel the PJMOL refs have general consensus that United's keepers are bad and that it was a keeper mistake. However, if that happened to Alisson, how would you call it? Yeah, there probably is some bias towards certain goalkeepers where they think like, well, this goalkeeper is actually very good. So for them not to get to the ball, something must have happened, as opposed to a goalkeeper who's prone to errors. They're gonna think, well, it was just an error by the goalkeeper because it's not good. I hear it, man. I'm somewhat with you on that one there. Not against Liverpool, using Alisson as an example because goalkeeper comes to repair. So yeah, I 100% know what you're saying. It's almost like the same thing when it comes to like players that are used to diving or they go down too easily. So if they always go down too easily, referees have seldom give them the decision. But when it's a player who very rarely goes down and they get hacked, sometimes they give it straight away. Otherwise, they might look at it and think, well, hang on a second, this player never really goes down. It's like Salah, for example. Salah would go through, he'd get hacked on the ankles and the shins and not fall down in the penalty box and go on to take a shot and potentially score or whatever. But other players will maybe go down straight away and referees may be adverse to give a decision. I hear it, man. I hear it. So it's one thing that's crazy with the club. Crazy work, bruv. Last year, they were saying maybe it's Tottenham Hotspur that are a social experiment because of how they went with their season, finishing 17th, winning Europa League, etc., all that madness. Let's have a look here. There was a nice little video here, a nice little receipt here from Never a Foul. Rants and Cass saying they are 100% beating Arsenal. And we know Rants is synonymous with getting predictions wrong and all the chest only to wither within once the game is done and dusted. Let's have a quick listen here.
Still, I'm not gonna lie.
It's gonna be a tough game, yeah. But if there's one team that can batter the other team, it's us that can batter them. That's the difference. If we do turn it on and we do click, we will batter you. That's the only difference. Your defense. You can't batter us. You don't have the capabilities to batter us. That's the difference.
Why I don't agree with that.
Right, let me ask you then. I don't think
there's going to be a battering either way.
No. I'm saying
it never is. Those days are gone.
I don't think there's going to be a battering either way. But when it comes down to individuals, yeah. When I look at my team now, when I look at my attack and I look at individuals that could potentially produce a moment, yeah, that has nothing to do with the game, I can look at Mbumo, I can look at Cunha, I can look at some Buki Shespo fucking 25-yarder or something like that. I can look at a bit of Ahmad Brilliance or something like that. Like, when I'm looking at your team, what, Declan going to score 2 free kicks again?
No. We don't need Declan to score in this game.
I'm asking you because when I'm talking, when you're talking about batterings, the only ways I see any team getting battered, yeah, is if some players are just in inspired form and it's just an absolute madness. Like,
no, I'm talking about your quality in attacking
areas that can produce something that has nothing to do with the game. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you're going on individual brilliance. I'm going on team
brilliance. But that's the only way I think there's a battering is if we see a load of madnesses, bro.
No.
When has it ever been a case where 1 or 2 players have absolutely turned it on and absolutely shat on the opposition? I'm trying to think, and I mean, the team has been playing like dog shit, but 1 or 2 players just do a madness and they bang a couple of goals in there. Like, I'm trying to think. Because that's what Rants is saying. Rants was saying, but this is like a few days before the game as well, mind you. He's saying, like, if Ahmad has like a mad mazy run, bags a goal in, or someone else does some mad shit, yeah, we can batter you guys. But the rest of the team needs to do their job as well, bruv. You still need to fucking defend and all that, man.
I don't think it's gonna be a battering either way because simply it's first game of the season. Nobody's
this is
at
the
their
point
top
I'm making.
level. I
Right,
agree with you.
cool. Let me give you some
So
stats
how-
now. Yeah. By the way, Man United. Yeah.
Rants, that's what you're
is
saying,
the
right?
only-
It's not. No one's
Man
on
United.
ridiculous.
When it
I
comes to
don't think
opening
no one's
day,
getting battered, but what
One
I'm
at
saying
a
is,
time, one at a time, one at a time.
yeah. Let me
we have
let me
more
on it.
individual players that I think.
No, that's true, Fate. But that's like one instance there. Would it have been a battering though? Like I think the thing is like how many times would that happen in the game? Like once or twice you can say yeah, and it happens once or twice, maybe you jag a goal. A battering would be like, for me, it's like 3 goals plus. That's a battering for me. 2-0, you think, okay, decent win. 3 goals for me is like just all the way through, you know?
Think that can affect the game, irrespective of the rhythm of the game. When I look at Arsenal, you don't have individuals, that I'm on their own. I'm like, oh shit, let's watch out for him. No,
Probably Gabriel in the corner. Probably Gabriel in
That's
the
what
corner.
it is. Your attack is
Saka as
structured
well.
and your
Saka
defense
too,
is
man.
structured. The fact that
Yeah,
your
yeah,
attack is structured is the
I
reason
agree.
why.
And what balances the game out? Yeah.
Because it's the
And what-
structure.
But what
I'm more
balances the
worried
game
about
out is that
your
Arsenal
centre
haven't
backs from set
lost.
pieces than I am of your individual attackers. It's the
But
truth.
that's why you man have a stalemate a lot of the time when you play it. It does end up in stalemates, maybe 1 goal either way. Because again,
I'm so glad you said that.
Go on, guys. Go on. Say your.
I was
stats.
going to say, last time Arsenal scored 2 at Old Trafford, was in 2018. So no one's battering no one. Yeah. And also, when it comes down to the Premier League, who wins on the open? Who's the team that's who's won the most on opening day in Premier League history? Man United 22 times.
Is that word?
No, do
That didn't mean anything.
That could even be last week. That could even been last year once, which we did. And whatnot. So it can still be relevant. It don't matter if it's 1992, 93, or 2024.
Wait, hold on. Do you think you'll win? Do you think you'll win the game though? Like
Yeah,
overall?
I genuinely, in my heart, I believe we're winning the game. I've said it
we're
since the fixture came out. We're winning the game, bro.
But
Let me ask the question. So how important is the first goal?
Opening day is our thing.
Hold on. Egal. How important is the first goal? Because I know sometimes with games.
Deep in my heart of hearts, we're winning the game. I applaud the confidence. Yes, everyone would say we're winning this game because you're supporting your team and all that. But to say like it was like a given, man.
Games like this again, especially between Arsenal and Man United, the social media derby. I think the first goal is mad important in a game like this, isn't it? How important is the first goal?
If we concede first, it's dangerous for us. I feel like if Arsenal score first, I think it could be night for Manchester United.
You have to step out, and then Man United love a transition, don't they?
Can I say something else that people said either? Man United's unpredictability of having new players as well. Like having a new front three, because we know what you're gonna play like already. We know what your defense is about. The only one I want to know is kind of more about what they're gonna do. You know what? People can say Gyökeres, Madueke might be that twist, which I doubt.
Zuba Mendy is the one you got to watch out for, bro.
Zuba Mendy's the one I'm kind of looking at. If you can close him out, then that's where I'm thinking that United should shut this down now. Because
he got ran past. I think it was that the Cunha opportunity when he took the ball like in United's half and he ran through just like the whole midfield and he had that chance that the shot wasn't great at the end. He ran it through. I think that was the opportunity that we had. Big up Miser. He fell asleep watching the game. Battering a team and not getting a result is a line Arteta was given grief for dropping in presses back in 21-22 and the start of 22-23. Yeah, now it's the same thing over. Mind you, did you hear what Amorim said after the game? I did a little 2-minute video on that yesterday. Man actually said, based on the way we played, we can beat any, we can win against any team. And I'm thinking, bruv, you didn't win the game, man. You didn't win the game. Like, yes, you attacked, you huffed and puffed. Ultimately, you didn't bring the door down. It's crazy. We can beat any team. Yeah, bro. No, maybe you can go toe-to-toe with teams, but you haven't beaten them to say we can beat any team. If you won, then I'd say grant you, yes, you can beat any team if you play like that. I mean, fuck, man. I mean, stepping up your game for a team against a team like Arsenal, I can understand. Liverpool, Chelsea, City, etc., etc. Even last season they beat City, 2-1. Amad Diallo, scoring the winner at the end and shit like that and stuff. But yeah,
because he's the one that he's the composer.
You still look at your midfield as a problem. So how are you going to combat that? If you have to labor it through the door, then we can look at that and go, right, okay. But he's not through the door at the moment.
So if anyone paid proper attention to United in preseason, there's only one case of it, and it was one of the early preseason games against West Ham on that shite pitch as well. Yeah, so whatever, we still won.
Yeah. Man United have been doing this thing where the shape is more compact in the middle. And I've seen with AC Milan.
No, I get it. But still, he said we can win against any team, or we can beat any team. But it's like, I get what he's saying, like the way you play, but how he said it as well. It's like, but to say we can beat any team, you need to win the game first. That's how I'm seeing it. I get what you're saying. Yes, they improved. I said to myself as well, they played better. They looked more dangerous going forward. Cunha and Bueno looked decent. Diallo, when he came on, had a bit as well about him. Shit like that. Like, you can see that they're not the same United as they were last season, at least going forward. No, Xerxes, Hoyland on the off the sheet in the stands, watching and things like that. It's just the way he said it, I'm just like, well, to say, based on today's game, you show we can beat any team. It's like, not really. Me personally, that's how I see the thing. I get it. Yeah, 7 wins out of 27, bro. That's great. That's a shit record, man. 7 wins out of 27 games. That is a shit record, bro.
Hands and stuff like that, even though they kind of suffered at your hands regardless, yeah, they didn't do it well. Being compact as a unit forces you out wide. We want you to cross the ball and do all that stuff. I've seen you do that as well. When teams have in your preseason game, they drop deep.
Anyway, that was that. But I don't want to go through the whole damn thing. I'll be here forever, and that's the case. Yeah, you get the look there. You get to see what it is, and just going off this whole Gyökeres striker situation, this and that, blah blah blah. Like, it just pains me. You can see this shit happening already. A bad week for a striker, like all this shit. Like, since when do we actually do this? When the fuck did he get scratch marks on its neck? When do we do this, bro? Like, we expect strikers to do something every single game, bruv. Big up Maradon. Big ups, brother. What we saying, man? What we saying? We're saying lots of things, man. We're saying lots of things, in it, yeah, man. We're saying lots of things, in it, yeah. So that's the way we see it there. Yeah, this whole thing, the gender thing, pisses me off as well. I see it non-stop. I'm like, bro, if it's a continuous thing after 5 games, 10 games, all right, now we can maybe have a conversation. But now, just let it go, bro. As the folks back in the UK say, allow it, man, allow it. Just let it go, bruv. Just let it go. Oh, it's nasty work. He just had to put him in there. He passed, to be fair. Ekitike got a goal and assist. If anyone performed over the weekend, it was Ekitike getting G and A. I mean, apart from that. But what do you expect from online shit? This is what you can expect from online fan base, bruv. This is the shit that they do that pisses me off. And I still fall for it every single time, bruv. I need to give myself a lashing for this shit, bruv. I still fall for it, but it pisses me off. Every single player at play, every single person does this online, man. Absolutely kills me. Absolutely kills me. Fucking annoying as shit. I'm so desperate to run a simulation on what would have been if there was signed for Arsenal in modernity. Oof. Would have been sick. It would have been absolutely sick. What else we got here? This stat, I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. It is impressive that you haven't lost a Premier League game to any of your top 6 rivals. Tottenham, well, United, Tottenham, Liverpool, or Chelsea. Having lost to Man City in over 1,000 days. Like, this is some achievement. It's a nice little thing to have, but it ain't an achievement. Now, what's the one thing in common with all these clubs that are mentioned here? Man United, Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea. They've all won something, at least one trophy, in their last 5 years. All of them have won something. All their sides have won a trophy in that time. Man United won a trophy 450 days ago. Liverpool won one 113 days ago. Tottenham 89 days ago. Chelsea 36 days ago. This is the maddest thing. This is the and people will use this, and Arsenal fans will use this and say, fuck, look how good we are. We're sick. We're this, we're that. I've said it so many times. I don't care if I lose games in the league against my top 6 rivals or whatever it is, so long as I end up winning the trophy at the end of the day. If City would beat us. We would beat City. They'd still end up winning the league. They'd lose to United, they lose to this, they lose to that, drop points here and there, blah, 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 but they blitz everybody else. Everyone else would fumble along the way. And we have, and we would go on to win something, or City would win something, or United, whatever it is, bro. It's just shit like this. It's just mindless crap. And from TNT Sports, of all people as well, like, this is some achievement. I want to see the quote tweets. Quote tweets are gold. Arsenal haven't won a trophy in 1,843 days. but we've all won something in that time, correct? Another one for the cabinet. All 4 teams have one thing in common, won trophies. Yep. All won trophies. This will end at the end of the month. We shall see, hopefully. We shall see. Have won a trophy. Have won a trophy. And one trophy. It's all the same shit. All won trophies, bro. It's so easy to banter them. It's so bloody easy. It's so bloody easy, man. It's almost like they want this. It's like they know what they're doing. They're conjuring up these things and making it easier for rivals to talk shit like this, bruv. Lower teams that bother me against the top 6, Amorim didn't perform bad against. It was Brentford. Yeah, exactly. Like, levels up for the bigger teams and sort of like, drop their guard for the lowers. Look at Henry's goal record before Arsenal. He took him 8 games to score his first goal. Bergkamp was a flop at Inter Milan and ended up becoming a GOAT. I mean, fuck, even I took a photo in front of Henry and Bergkamp statues, bruv. Love those players as a kid in my teenage years, bro. Absolutely love them players, man. Bergkamp was my G. Fucking love Dennis Bergkamp, bro. The Iceman. Come on, bro. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? People expect now, before this fucking online social media GA shit, like, bang, he's got to start scoring goals off the cuff, bruv. Like, some players bang straight away. Some don't. Some need to be, chill a little bit. They need time to get used to it. Like, Vert, for example, if he was quicker on the ball and he didn't allow the opposition to get in front of him or nick the ball from him, maybe might have got himself a goal or an assist, for example, right? Nearly scored in that game there, but it is what it is. Stuff like that. You'll learn and adapt over time. Jokeres will understand, okay, these guys are fucking physical. They're more physical than what I'm probably used to, so I need to up my game in a different way. I need to play and do something different. These things always occur, bruv. Do the silly. What's silly? Do the silly. What's silly? The Bergkamp, what's silly? Oh, the hands up in the air and falling down. That was the World Cup. That was a World Cup goal, wasn't it? I watched that live, man. I'm happy to say I watched that live. It was at my uncle and aunt's house in 98. What was it? June or July, whenever the game was on. I know it was like off-season time. 1998. I was 10 years old. And I'm watching it in the kitchen, in a TV on top of the kitchen cabinet there. I'm watching it. When that ball came over the top, when that man jumped in midair, controlled it, little touch and outside foot. Oh my days. Instant classic, bruv. Instant World Cup classic that goal was from Bergkamp, bruv. Madness. Absolute madness. The reindeer celebration. Is it? Hands up in the air. They all do the same shit, don't they? As long as it's not the Bellingham, the whatever the fuck that is. That one. Whatever that is, bro. It's crazy. That was crazy. Let's have a look at some Egal tweets here. Big up to Egal every time. Says, Arsenal fans, don't let anybody gaslight you into thinking yesterday's win was bad. Because going away from home against a traditional top 6, not having a good performance and still winning is a sign of good things to come. Now, I did say in my little video as well, if you haven't seen it, be so kind to watch it. It goes for 7 minutes. It's from yesterday, and I said 3-point scammers, because that's what I was hearing from Man United fans out there. And I thought, okay, that's interesting title to run with. But I said, first game away from home, who gives a shit how you play? Get your 3 points, get up and going. Once you win, get into the habit of winning games, everything else starts to fall into place. If it's 10 rounds in and you're playing like shit and you're still winning games, then I'd be questioning you guys. Because like Man City last season, if you remember Man City last season, the first, 8 games, 9 games, they were winning non-stop, but they weren't playing that great. Teams were scoring against them, they were conceding chances, and then, bang, out of nowhere, one injury occurred, and then everything turned to shit, and they had a game in 10 games or something like that, whatever it was, a run of some stupid amount of games. No wins. Shit like that can happen. If it's game week 5, and you start playing proper football, you're purring, moving the ball around, it's fluid, it's all this and that's nice, and you're getting the wins, fair dues. First game of the season, who cares how you play? I think a lot of people are being overreactionary at the moment, thinking we need to play champagne football from the first kickoff of the season. But bro, just let it rest, man. Just let it rest. Just let it relax. 1 in 14, Miser. Thank you for the reminder. Of course you will know, being the Man City fan and all that. Yeah, 1 win in 14, bruv. That was stupid. Yeah, ironically, 1-1-5. Was it 1 in 14 or 1 in 15, bro? That's funny nonetheless. That would be funny. performances. Anyways, if roles were reversed, they would criticize us for not winning the game and wouldn't care about the performance. Exactly. If Arsenal played fantastic football, scintillating, tiki-taka, this, that, everything in between, bang, 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 and didn't score goals and didn't win the game, they would be absolutely slaughtered. They would be put to shreds, because that's just how the social media landscape is. So I'm not going to get too... I mean, fuck, I'm a Liverpool fan. Not that I'm going to get annoyed, but like, just win your games. Like against Bournemouth as well for us. Like we're 2-0 up, we're cruising, and then we have a fucking switch off moment. Slot does a bit of a bozo with the subs. We concede, and then we bring on other players. Okay, parity restored, 3-2, 4-2 win. Cool. Okay, all is good and well. But even then, I'm thinking like, I just wanted to win. I didn't want to see no tiki-taka. I didn't want no 5-0 thrash things. Just win the game. Win your first game, and then take it from there, bruv. Take it from there. Exactly, boyo. I don't disagree. That's what I'm saying. Like, just one game, bruv. It's one game. The win is a good win. The performance, okay, you can say the performance was crap, but you got 3 points. Ultimately, what is the point of football? Get 3 points. Don't worry about performances and shit like that. They'll come. It's like United fans. They were angry they weren't getting results because their performances were bad. Okay, we're getting better performances. Now I want to see results. Hang on a second. You just had performances now. Let the performances become a constant, and the results will come from the performances. If you're performing and not winning games, then something is still wrong. Blame Hassam for this narrative. Which one's that, Tahir? Which narrative is that? The winning? Which one? The man says a lot of things. I can't keep up with him half the time. When you're saying this last season, Tottenham and Palace look more threatening than you guys. 3 points on the road. It's just 3 points, bruv. It's just 3 points. It is just 3 points. Oh, look at that. Absolutely outplayed them. 33 shots, 16 on target. 8 shots, 4 on target, and they beat them 3-1 in that moment there. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Winning doesn't matter. Performance is more important. Nah. Bro, if you're performing and you're not getting results, okay, maybe depending on the team, maybe if you're a Liverpool and you're not performing well but getting results, you can say, okay, fair enough. But if you're a team who was playing poorly last season, you're performing well and not getting results, then you might say it's a problem. I don't know. Performances are more important. I said it last season. I'm on record. Go back, look at my videos. I said, give me shit 1-0 wins for the end of the season as long as we win every game and we take out the league. But I said, give me 1-0 shit wins. I don't care how we win, just win. It's almost like we get spoiled now. We need to try and make do like, okay, we need to perform 10 out of 10 every game, and we need to score minimum 2 or 3 goals every game, and we can't give up so many chances every game, blah, blah, blah. Like, not every team can be Man City, bruv. And I blame, like, Man City for this as well. Blame Pep, because before Pep, we used to have 70, 80-point season winners. You remember? Man City weren't even in the picture, but then you'd have United, they'd lose like 4 or 5 games. Liverpool would lose 4 or 5 games. It'd be like 5 to 10 draws in that. There'd be like 20 plus wins, something to that effect, bro. It never used to be like that, man. It never used to be like that. It's only in the last like 10 years that this narrative has changed, bro. It's changed. Did people prefer performances over results back in the day? Nah, man, just get me results, brother. Just get me results, man. I just want to see the wins, man. I just want 3 points, bro. Just give me the 3 points. Yes, you can say, okay, performance was shit. It's a bit worrying. But first game of the season, you let it go. Second game, excuse me, third game, whatever. If it's the 5th game or the 10th game and you're not playing well and you're sort of like struggling to get through, then I'd be saying, okay, maybe there's some question marks in all of this. I don't know. Twisted Fate says, as United fans, seeing us play horribly but win games, it isn't sustainable. So I'm happy if I see us not going to say lose every game, but perform and lose here and there. It'll come over time, bro. That's the thing. It'll come over time. The players will get used to it. You'll develop an understanding and shit like that. It's crazy. You know, all the Liverpool contingent crashed out on Friday night. It was mad. Actually, let's have a look at that. I did see that. Let's have a look at that, Tahir, because I did see on Hassam's stream, everyone was losing their shit. Mike Das was saying it was a calamity with some defenders. Jamie was having it out with Das. Hassam disagreed with everybody. Bro, it was an absolute madness. It was like a full-on agenda stream. And even I said it was an agenda stream in the comments, bro. It was crazy work. Where is this? Where is it here? It popped off at some point. I can't remember where it was. Absolutely popped off at some point. I need to find it now. Let me have a look here.
Wolf, his rage baiting tactics has gotten to you. There's no.
Look, I will say this, and I've got this. You can just see it.
Thank you. Welcome to the party, brother.
And his link up. Look, and I said it before we bought him. I've been telling everyone how good Ekatike is. He's a fantastic talent. His link up play is excellent. His ways, that was a very Suarez-like goal he scored today with the rebound. You remember how many rebounds?
Yeah. Suarez used to get a lot of those as well. He did.
Suarez scored hella goals with the rebound.
Man. Determination, that's what he
hella
does.
Goals.
Cody Gakpo's usual self, absolute shit, but scores. It's just the way Cody is. Don't
before you go on, or just genuinely, don't you feel like the Liverpool fan base are trying to scapegoat Gakpo a little bit? Genuinely.
Yeah.
Oh, another video of the heated. Thank you for the reminder. Let me have a look here. Where is it here? Mike's Jamie. Okay, this was on Kanate. Okay, let's look at this one.
Jamie, talk to me about the game, Jamie, in general. Wherever you want to go with it.
I think it's about system and the way we bought him. I've been telling everyone how good Ekatike is. He's a fantastic talent. His link-up plays.
I even commented on this. Bloody hell!
His ways, that was a very Suarez-like goal he scored today with the rebound. You remember how many rebounds?
Yeah. Suarez used to get a lot. Before you go on, or just genuinely, don't you feel like the Liverpool fan base are trying to scapegoat Gakpo a little bit? Genuinely.
Yeah.
I've not seen anyone scapegoat Gakpo. Man got himself a goal. What is it to scapegoat Gakpo over, bruv? Or is this just a left-sided thing? Anyone who plays on the left is going to get scapegoated now. Is that what we're doing? Whoever's on the left side, scapegoat them. But nobody's scapegoating Gakpo. If anything, they scapegoat Jones. They scapegoat Jones a lot of the time in the middle of the pitch, bruv. Ain't nobody scapegoating Gakpo. I don't know where these narratives come from.
Was he bad? Genuinely?
Yeah, he was. Him and Mo were both bad, but they both get a goal. So again, reviewing their performances can be difficult because at the end of the day, they're attackers and attackers are there to score goals. So you could argue Gakpo and Salah did their job today. Do you know what I mean? So you could argue that as well. So it's a difficult one to argue. But as a left winger, Cody's probably not everyone's cup of tea, which I can understand that cup of tea as well. Look, I will say this, and I got this wrong, about the Szoboszlai situation being Liverpool's most important player, right? Do you know what's blatantly obvious now to the world? Ryan Gravenberch is Liverpool's most important player.
Yeah.
That was obvious. I'm fine with that as long as it's not Szoboszlai.
Szoboszlai was good today, by the way. I thought he was actually Liverpool's best midfielder today. But, by a country mile.
God.
What? Bro, what you talking about, man? Let me have a look at this. Szoboszlai was Liverpool's best midfielder. I'll need to see the stats. I ain't even look at the stats yet. I need to go back and check these stats out. Where are we here? Where's Liverpool? Liverpool. We were top of the league for a day. Where's Szoboszlai? Dominic Szoboszlai. What are you, lads? Oh. Got a 6.7 according to FootMob. 3 shots. 11 Ks covered. 2 chances created, 1 error leading to goal. 24 sprints. 97 touches, 3 in the op box, 1 out of 2 successful dribbles, no accurate crosses, 4 out of 7 long balls, dispossessed once, 1 4 tackles, which is nice, 2 clearances, 2 defensive headed clearances, interceptions, defensive contributions, recoveries, dribbled. Okay, so in that aspect, you can say defensively he was solid. Attacking wise, not so. But then McAllister, on the other hand, mind you, only played 72 minutes. Got an assist, 1 shot, 1 chance created, covered 8.5 Ks, shot on target, 2 op touches, 3 passes in the final third, no blocks, 1 interception, 4 defensive contributions, 2 recoveries, dribble pass once. So pretty much on par. I don't know, man. Was Szoboszlai the best midfielder?
So are you on rage? I'll tell you the problem, Jamie. I think you've been working.
No, 100% Fade. I agree. If it was up to me, it's Wirtz, McAllister, and Gravenberch, bruv. Szoboszlai, as much as he runs around and shit like that, unless he's going to be played in like a right back position if he wants to bomb up and down the wing, he wouldn't be my recommender to start, no. Unless you're playing 2. But even then, we played the 2 and it sort of worked but didn't. I don't know.
It worked good, but none of
I
it
think
good.
you were working. I think you've been working with Wolfie too much, and Wolfie's rage baiting tactics has gotten to you. There's no way you said he was our best midfielder today.
Yeah, because
he lost the ball for the first goal and the second.
No. The goal was the goal was.
Sobo wasn't the best midfielder out
there.
there.
He wasn't.
Right, let me talk. They were all shit, right? So when you're going 1-3 out of 10, 1-4 out of 10, because McAllister was dreadful in the first half, but better in the second half, right? And that's because of fitness.
I don't think he was worse than Wirtz and Soboslai. I don't think that.
Yeah, I think McAllister was our best midfielder today.
Wirtz was terrible.
Yeah, but saying best midfielder,
but they were all crap. They were all crap.
It was like a 5 out of 10 was our best.
Yeah,
midfielder.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Congratulations.
Everyone was not very good in midfield today. That's what I'm trying to say. There weren't any. No one stuck out looking beautiful. But we're a two-tap minded. We're a two-tap minded from a midfield standpoint. With Ryan Gravenberch in there, I think, Liverpool fans will talk about Liverpool not having a DM, and it's a DM what Liverpool fans persist as a DM. When you literally watch Ryan Gravenberch play now, he is a defensive midfielder. He's literally the only one who cleans up counter-attacks. He's always in the right position. Positionally awareness is fantastic. He was missed today badly, and when he comes back,
I agree.
Him, McAllister, and Wirtz will make a lovely midfield three.
Is he suspended next game as well?
No,
I got this wrong actually. I thought he was off for 3 games. It was only the 1 game. So he didn't play the Community Shield because I think he's got a newborn, and he missed this game because this was the suspended game. So he's back for Newcastle, as far as I understand that. I think I saw it in the report as well from Liverpool Echo or something to that effect.
No, he's back next game.
Has anyone actually fact-checked this? It's just 1 game. That's it.
Yeah, it's just
one game.
Our best game in pre-season was the game that Gravenberch played in midfield with alongside Szoboszlai. That was our best game in pre-season where we controlled the whole game, and that's because Grav played.
Here we go.
Is that important to the way Arne Slot wants to play? But again, look, attack. We're going to win a lot of football games, yeah? But a lot of these games we're going to win. We're going to be 20 years older by the end of the season if we keep complaining like this.
Back to heavy metal football. It's back to Jurgen Klopp heavy metal football. Just attack, bundle defense, just outscore the opposition, bruv. I can't be asked for that, man. I cannot be asked for that.
One thing, though, for when someone goes next. Joe Gomez gave a much calmer performance when he came on.
Yeah.
I don't think this gets spoken about enough. Gomez misses a lot of football, yeah. He misses a lot of football for injury. But when he's back in it, he's back in it. He just comes in like no problem, man. Yeah, I thought he brought a calmness to the defence. He brought a calmness to the defence. But look, I thought Virgil was decent today. But Kanate, man, just like I don't know.
Cortez was the worst defender, though. That's not.
Who was the worst defender?
We cannot. I need to take my top off because I made a mistake by wearing long sleeves. I'm absolutely dying.
That's right.
Go ahead. Don't worry. If you want me to remove you off the stage so you can go change and come back, it's okay.
Yeah.
You want to change?
All right. So Jamie says Kanate was the worst defender of the bunch. I'm looking here. So he's 1 block. Well, no tackles, 1, but he didn't attempt any. 1 block, 6 clearances, 5 headed clearances, 0 interceptions, 7 defensive contributions, 5 recoveries. It was not dribbled past once. Okay, that's defensively. But dispossessed twice, passes into the final third twice. Actually had 1 major run, I think, if I remember correctly. But Virgil van Dijk, what was his... Where's his attack? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Tackles. He didn't win any tackles. He attempted 1 block, 17 clearances, 14 headed clearances, 2 interceptions, 21 defensive contributions, 4 recoveries, no dribble pass. So if anything, he's just outdone Kanate on that front there. But is that because he got to the ball first, or the ball was being played down his side more often than Kanate's, and Kanate, managed to just not need to get to the ball that often? Because every time the ball went up and hoofed, I saw Van Dijk going in for a headed clearance. I saw Virgil going in to put a block in there or try and make something happen, bruv. It wasn't really going down Kanate's side until Frimpong came off. Then you saw Endo jump in at right back. I don't fucking know why. The guy's like my height. I don't know why he went in at right back. That's when things went wrong. But okay, let's carry on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, listen.
Let me just say one thing quickly, Mike. Sorry, I apologize. Big up to everyone who just joined us from the Football Terrace, guys. Thank you to Terry for the raid, guys. We got 1,100 chats. Go subscribe, find this channel, subscribe to their channel.
They're averse to objectivity. First and foremost, Konate. Listen, was he exceptional today? No, but the first goal, he's never getting to that cross. And who vacates their position? 5 minutes after coming on the pitch, who vacates their position? Endo went flying up the pitch.
Watch the game again, Michael.
I mean,
they said it after the game. Mike,
I'm going to say my piece.
After the game, when the game finished, all the pundits spoke about it. Everyone spoke about it, and said Konate was the one out of position.
Listen, I don't personally.
I'm going to look this up in real time here. I'm going to go back to Stan Sports because that's who has the Premier League now. No more Optus Sports. We're going to Stan Sports. And I'm going to try and find that moment and I'm going to try and see where Endo was. Because if Endo's playing right back and if Endo's meant to be up the pitch helping Salah out, Konate should be in that position, in that center circle area to avoid a counter-attack. If that's what I'm thinking of, if that's the case. If Mike is correct in what he's saying, that's what I want to see here. Where's the full replay, bro? Give me the full replay. Let's go. Let's fucking have it, boys. I know it's about to pop off. I just want to see. Let him keep talking.
I'm just gonna say my piece. I don't care what pundits say. My eyes tell me Endo won the ball, gave it to Salah, went 20 yards out of position, got dunked over. Right? Then of course the cross, he ain't gonna do anything. The second goal, Semenyo had 70 yards of space. He had 70 yards of space to carry that ball. He had three players. Yeah, and he had three players around him. Konate's left to defend three people. But regardless, I'm not putting those on him at all.
Oh my God, I give up. I can't watch football anymore.
All right, so I'm watching now. Salah's got the ball, tries to put a ball in, gets blocked over the top. Endo is inside our own half. Endo heads it back again. Salah with the touch. Soboslai with the bad flick on. Ball goes through. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, let me try and do this in this sort of... Okay, first of all, why the fuck is Soboslai doing this little flick when he's got two defenders, closing him down? I don't understand. Just do the simple pass out to Endo. So Endo, if you can see here, Endo is on the bottom right there, right? Bottom corner. Soboslai is in the middle. I know I can't do this properly. So there's Endo and there's Soboslai there. So Soboslai's got the shit flick on. We'll do this in the big screen here. Maybe easier for to see. So Soboslai's got the flick on there. And there's Endo on the touchline effectively. And then if we're going to play it a little bit more, maybe I don't get done for copyright here, but let's play a little bit more. So there's the ball. Oh, there's Konate. So was he out of position or not? That's the question mark. Was Konate out of position for that one? Yeah, the Van Dijk defending was funny. I'm not going to lie. So let me just stop this again from that moment. So there's the goes over. So Konate is on that bottom left corner. If you can see there, bottom left corner, that's Konate. And his man's got a run on him already. So is Konate out of position? Because Endo was up the pitch expecting a ball to come across him at least, or maybe play it. Because if Soboslai did the simple pass and just did a little flick on, instead of the flick on, maybe we wouldn't have been conceded. Maybe would not have conceded. Was Konate a little bit higher? Possibly. Endo being that high up the pitch in an attacking phase when we had the ball? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Those mistakes, it's the definition of scapegoating Ibrahima Konate, because we were exceptionally poor.
Fuck off. I can't do.
And this is what I don't understand. I like Jamie. I like Mike Das, the mustache. But this was a bit too much, bro. Over the top, man. Like, you can disagree with an opinion without being reactionary in this fashion here, bruv. Yeah, Robbo for the second goal as well was up there, bruv. Yeah, losing the ball. Like, again, if Soboslai... But this is the thing. Oh, let's blame Soboslai because we conceded that first goal from Bournemouth. Why? Because he attempted a little shit flick on. But then where's the defense to back him up? The defenders were high up. There was no threat that we were going to lose the ball because we had possession. But Szoboszlai tried this little flick. They got lucky. They got the break. Ball over the top because Kanate was maybe a little bit too high up because we were in the attacking phase. Ball goes over the top. They run down. Comes across. Robbo's too late getting back there. Van Dijk as well, not getting back in time. And then we have a 2-1, bro. It does. It is a little bit too easy for him.
Oh, fuck off. I can't do.
For me.
Okay, Han, I mean, I would just like to finish without being interrupted with just, crude remarks. Regardless of that, the first half, we were exceptionally poor. I mean, we went up 1-0 directly after we should have conceded one, right? Great goal by Ekatike, by the way. Showed composure and patience, what I want to see. Sent Petrovic the wrong way. Excellent, right? But we only had that opportunity other than Mo's shot from outside the box. That's not a goal-scoring opportunity. That's a player creating a moment of brilliance with a great save.
Yeah, stay goal side, always.
I mean,
handball.
We were a little bit better. We get the second goal. At the 60th minute, you're going to tell me that we didn't make a mistake, even though we brought Endo on to play right back, and then we bring Joe Gomez to play right back, and Endo goes into the midfield. Why wasn't Joe Gomez the first substitution in the first place?
Correct. When I saw Endo coming on, I'm like, okay, why the fuck is Endo coming on? Who's he going to play? I thought, okay, Endo coming on, he'll play in Szoboszlai's role, playing that in that defensive position. Szoboszlai go right back. No, put Endo right back. Bro, what fucking world do you put Endo at right back, man? Why? He took off Kerkez because he had a stinker. Put Robertson on there. Again, whatever. Robertson, a bit high up, didn't come back in time, whatever. Blah, 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 it is what it is. But, bruv, you have Szoboszlai there, throw him at right back for at least 5 or 10 minutes, put Endo in the DM role, let him do his thing, because when he got on the ball, he was actually very good at shielding the ball and protecting it once he actually got into that position, once Gomez came on and played right back, who actually had a nice little cameo in that game there. Why bring on Endo to play right back? That, for me, was the first thing, bruv. I'm like, oh my fucking days. All my days. Little too fancy and shit like that. And what kills me as well, that's when Wirtz had the little one-touch ball that skimmed just outside the post, bruv. And then they scored a minute later. Fucking crazy.
Pong had to get off the pitch.
Because he's not fit. Because he's not fit.
Okay, but again, that then goes down. Why are you setting up shop in the 60th minute against a team that's playing better than you? We were up 2-0, but it should have been a draw. So we don't have
goal from his side though.
Yes, we did. We conceded it down the left-hand side from Endo's side. The first goal. Go back and rewatch it. Went right down the left-hand side, across into the box, boom, finish.
The left-hand side on the attacking team. Our right-hand side, their left-hand side. Both goals, well, the first goal came down the left-hand side. The second goal, I think Semenya just had a run straight through on the right side. The first one was definitely down their left side, our right side.
Definition of down the right.
So wait, are you saying Kanate had a good game? Is that what you're saying?
No. But I'm not going to sit here and slate him for once having to defend 3 players while a player gets 70 yards of uncontested run behind him, and 2 have to basically cover 2 positions because Endo's caught out, the ball's in behind, and then he can't get a foot onto the cross. What are you supposed to do? Are we just going to blame every individual player?
Let me just say one thing, guys.
Exactly. Kanate's fault. That was Robbo.
Let me just say one thing, please. Let me just say one thing. I agree with Mike, but I disagree on one thing. I don't think any individual player had a bad game today.
And that's when I disagree. I just went, no. There were players that had bad games. It's okay to say you had a bad game. This, for me, is a little bit of copium from Hassam, in my opinion. Exactly. Frimpong had a hamstring thing, feeling a bit funny. All right, sub off. But put Szoboszlai there. Put Endo to play in the DM position. That's what Slot should have done. But to say no one had a bad game is mad. Kerkez definitely had a bad game. He had you can see it in the first half. He just could not get into the game. And I said in my little preview, I'm like, playing against your former club, even though it's at your new club's home, still might be a little bit daunting. Maybe the occasion got the better of him. Whatever. It is what it is. But to say no one had a bad game, my opinion, I think, is a little bit wrong. Everyone had, some had good games, some had bad games. Not everyone had an okay game.
I don't think
Curtis had a really bad game.
Wirtz had a very bad game.
Hear me out. Given the context of the game today, I really don't believe anyone had a bad game from an individual perspective. I believe the reason that we conceded the goal is simply the fact that Endo was played right back. I love Endo. I think Endo should have came on to play DM. If we wanted to play any midfielder right back, I think it should have been Soboslai, because Soboslai is an athletic player and he could at least helped in terms of the space. Like, he has recovery pace to recover the Bournemouth left winger. The problem is with Endo is he's slow. Like, Endo is probably our slowest midfielder. So I think him going right back, I think, and by the way, the one thing I'll say about Slot is he wasn't strong. So the mistake from Slot was, let me put Endo right back. But he corrected that mistake immediately, and he was like, hold on. He corrected that mistake immediately, and he's like, let me put Gomez right back, Endo go back into midfield, because you could tell that he was just, by the way, for a period of about 5 to 10 minutes, when Endo was right back, Bournemouth targeted the crap out of that area. Just, by the way, this is not on Endo. It's just because Endo is not like athletic enough.
That was clear. They did target that. But if Endo is playing high up the pitch in that right back position to try and play with these triangles with Soboslai, Salah, and himself, then yeah, that space is going to be vacated. Well, that means that Konate then needs to fill into that gap there. And if he's high in the pitch as well, out of position, it's easy to have a ball over the top, fast runners, bang, hit on a counter-attack, which is what happened.
Now, that's the problem. So, like, Brooks just kept running in behind and running in behind and running in behind. For me, if we want to play, this problem doesn't exist when Bradley is here. Yeah. Because if you take off Frimpong and you put Bradley, no problemo, life just moves on. Even with Joe Gomez, yes, he's not like rapid or anything, but he's at least a bit quicker than Endo. So for me, Endo should have came on in midfield. And if you wanted to put the midfielder right back, that's fine. Put Soboslai there because he's quick. So he could have handled a little bit of Brooks. What Mike said is right. Look, Endo made because once again, I just want to make something clear, because chat will be like, I'm blaming Endo. I'm not. It's not his position. But he was so high up the pitch that he couldn't recover.
We were in an attacking phase, man. We were in an attacking phase. We're in their own half. Endo to Salah to Soboslai playing little flicks, trying to get Wirtz or whoever on the ball, and then he loses it. And then that position where Endo's at, that's the area that gets targeted, because there was so much room for Brooks to run into, because Konate was again a little bit higher up, instead of being more maybe on the right side keeping tabs on him, or more centrally goal side, playing high lines, Ange ball, whatever the fuck. That's ultimately what it was there. If this was them on the ball and Endo's high up the pitch, I'm questioning Endo, like, why is he so high up the pitch? But we're in an attacking phase, so it makes sense that Endo was in the opposition's half.
What Mike said is true. He can't recover because he's not a right back. He's not a right winger. He doesn't have the pace to play over there. He just doesn't.
I just want to address this one point. There's just one where you said that no one had an individually bad game.
Yes.
So you don't think Kirkes had an individually bad game?
Mm-hmm. No, because I felt he grew into it, and it's difficult for him because he's facing his old club first game.
Yeah, but he was a hard one. But
I think Frimpong was better than Kirkes, but do I think Kirkes was bad? No.
Might leave it there. Kirkes definitely didn't have the best of games. Frimpong had a better game than him, but to say no player individually was bad, I don't know, bruv. I don't know. Second goal was, losing the ball and then getting hit on counter-attack. So then in that case, do you say it's individual errors that led to us conceding 2 goals then? Or is it the positional play? Is it the tactics of Slot? Play high up the pitch, have your fullbacks, out wide, keep your 2 centre-backs, quite central. And even then, you still need someone to shield the ball. If you don't have someone shielding the ball, and if it's going to go over the top, it is what it is. The yellow was a mad challenge. It was decent. I wouldn't say it was anything special, but it was a decent. It definitely was a decent challenge, and got people into it. They love to see, Liverpool fans love to see a player give a little bit of grit, bit of that. A little bit of that. I think I'm pretty much done, mate. I think I'm done. I think I'm cooked. I need to make something to eat, bruv. 2 lazy passes, Soboslai. Yeah, see Soboslai with the little flicks. I don't know why he did the little flick. Just play the simple pass to Endo, keep it stepping. And we can say I applaud you for trying, but at the same time, it's like you got 2 players around you. Like, not ideal, bruv. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Not good. Crazy work. Apparently, Johan Wissa has personally removed every single Brentford-related contact from his profile. Interesting. No Brentford photos, no anything like that. Interesting. But when it's Isak pushing for a move, it's a problem. This Isak saga is never going to end, bruv. At this point, I don't think he's coming to Liverpool, bruv. No one's going to sign this guy. Nobody's going to sign this guy. If Isak decided to remove everything Newcastle-related, these guys would be absolutely losing their heads. Absolutely losing their heads. Yeah, imagine the outrage if Isak did that for Newcastle. At this point, I'm bored of it, bruv. I'm bored of this Isak saga, bruv. To the point where I just don't give a shit anymore, bruv. Get me a left winger. Bring me a Mark Gahey maybe, and then be done with it, bruv. I've had enough. I'm over it, man. I'm so fucking over it. Eze edging closer than my left hand. That's nasty work, bro. Oh, that's nasty. Where's he going? Is he going Tottenham or is he going to go to Arsenal? There's a question mark in that. There's a big question mark in that. I don't know. I don't know. Crazy work. Nasty. Done. Okay. Let's have a look at this tweet here and then we'll call it quits. Brentford are continuing to block Johan Wissa's move to Newcastle. They are not expected to offer above 40 mil given Wissa's age and the fact that he has 1 year left on his contract. Wissa believes an exit will be sanctioned, although Brentford sources insist it is currently more likely he stays, reports Alex Crook. Stop lowballing and pay the asking price. So disrespectful. The shit going back and forward with these Newcastle fans is absolutely insane. You know the fee. Stop being dicks and pay it. And Wissa, have some respect, you greedy bastards. Oh no. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Do this at the end of the season, not now. Not now. Brentford promised him a move at 25 mil. Newly met the valuation, they reneged. Brentford said 35. Newly met the valuation, then reneged. Wissa at 6 million, asset price went up $200 million. Yeah, good luck on that one. It's 28. Wissa's 28? Holy shit. Anyways. There was also like a crash out with Saeed and Troops, as there always is, because it's just what Saeed and Troops do. You know. Actually, let me look at that. I tell a lie. Let me look at that, and then we'll say our pieces. Let's have a look at this real quick. Yeah, Isak, I don't know, but at this point, I'm just like over it. I don't think Isak's moving anywhere. Let's have a look at this here. Because, you know, these two, they always fight. It's like Tom and Jerry.
Welcome back, people. Welcome back to Troops and Saeed, blood. You get me? You don't know the vibes. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Over there, so you get me. But you don't know the vibes, blood. You get me. Make sure you're slapping a like. Oh, blood. You get me. Run. You understand? Kind of fury in them thing there. You felt that one, blood. You get me. Big up the bro as always, blood. You understand? Looking depressed as always. You get me. He's back in 15th. Funny enough. You get me. He's 15th, he finished 15th. We're 15th. And made that currently 15th, blood. You understand? Oh, these dickheads, bro. I swear though, blood. These man, they write the script themselves, blood. You understand? They literally write the script themselves, blood. You get me? But broski. How are you, blood?
I'm good, man. It's Monday. It's a new week, new goals, new everything. You get me? Big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribing and that, all of that good stuff and that. And yeah, man, I'm here, bro. I'm here, man. And we talk about crimes against football, Arsenal, Stoke FC. You know what I mean? Meant to be title contenders, but they're playing like Stoke, and that is crazy. But we'll get into it, man. What are you saying, though, man?
Me, I'm good, man. 3-point collectors, blood. You get me? Shout out my 3-point collectors. You understand? Shout out the 3-point collectors, blood. You get me? Like the title says, blood. We stunk out the place and got a W, fam. You get me? You're sounding mad salty, sounding mad jealous. You get me? That matters. A win's a win. A win's a win.
What is a win? What is a win?
You get me? Will Amarim get back-to-back wins this year, blood? You get me? Because I said to you, your first agenda this year should be getting 2 wins, blood. Not coming and thinking we're gonna beat Arsenal, blood. Yeah, what you gonna do, blood? We got Sesko, blood. Yeah, Amarim, blood. Yeah, Ahmad. Yeah.
Mm.
You understand? I told you, blood. You get me? Like, it's inevitable, blood. You understand? It is inevitable, blood. You get me? You still ain't.
Yeah, inevitable to win. Yeah, to win nothing out of the season. Yeah, that would be inevitable for you lot. But
a bit like you last year, innit, blood? A bit like you last year. But get me? Stick to the. You understand? Stick to where we're going, blood. You get me? You're here reminiscing about last year. You got beat down last year. You get me? You got beat down this year. You get me?
You man got lucky, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. You man got lucky. You man know it. You man were probably sweating through that game. You know,
I was bored actually. I was bored. I wasn't sweating.
There you go, man. Bored from us. I went bored.
Really, you understand? You weren't really in the final third. You were dead as well.
We had chances. We just couldn't put them away. That was our problem, man. We were very toothless up
front. To be fair, they did.
But we played the better football. We had the better chances. We created better. We nullified you lot. We made you look average. You know what I mean? And I feel like for me, you know, on another day, maybe United win that game, but we definitely didn't deserve to lose that game. Definitely. You know what I mean? It could have been a draw, but at the same time, Arsenal, they got one set piece. That's what they're known for. That's all they know at the minute right now is set pieces. And listen, man, it is what it is, bro. Like, you can't really do much with them set pieces, man. Bayende was absolutely shocking. I don't know what he's doing. I don't blame Saliba there. I don't blame anybody there in terms of Arsenal. It's not a foul. It's not a foul, but he was weak. He was weak, bro. But that Turkish brother, they don't claim him even in Turkey, man. They don't claim him. I don't even see Turkish saying to him that he's a real brother right there, man. So why are we claiming him? You know what I mean?
Turkish probably claims him now, blood. You understand?
Yeah, he claims him now, but you know what I mean? When the Euros was going on,
where's the yelling?
Play like that this season.
We did it
before in.
It's the best performance, and he still can't win the game, blood.
Here we go.
But you're not happy with the performance.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So we did what we could do. I felt like we played an amazing game. That's the best performance I've seen under Amrin in a long time.
That's mad. Still best performance, and you still lost, blood. That's crazy.
Right, that's not the point, though, is it? The performance was that season. Yeah,
best performance under Amrin, and he still can't win, blood. That's crazy. I can't lie.
What do you mean you can't win, bro? What are you talking about here? We're talking about performance.
You said it's the best performance, and he still can't win the game, blood.
I just saw a notification. Hassam clipped up a bit between himself and Dio. So I'll look at that after this. You'll lead nicely into this. But yeah, performances versus results. Again, what do you value more? Do you value the way your team's playing and not winning? Or do you want to just see your team win? Again, if it's a continuous thing where you're playing like dog shit and getting 3 points, you might say, all right, cool, this is just how we play it, but we're guaranteed wins. Fair enough. You may be okay with that. Other times, you might want to do something a little bit different, something better. You want to actually see yourselves play champagne football, pass the ball around, pass the team to death, 100 passes in a phase, and then bang, put one into the back of the net, shit like that. Ultimately, it's what do you value more?
Yeah, how are you going to win a game? You're performing like this.
The game for what it was.
You still can't win. You ended the season in 15th, and you are back again.
Yeah, well, it's one game. It's one game. What you're talking about? It's one game. You're telling me to analyze the game, and we're analyzing the game. I know the result.
But I'm saying though, innit? Like your performance trophy and them thing there. We played well, FC. You get me? What did you get from it? You understand? Like,
no, we don't do second place trophies and all of that nonsense. You know what I mean?
I don't accept that, blood. You get me? But you're here trying to take up performance FC. You get me? This is the best we played under Amarim, but you still can't win.
But that's not besides the point, though.
You understand?
We knew we didn't win. We know we didn't win the game. Hence why I'm saying
encouraging. You would say.
You understand?
You say it's encouraging.
Man, I saying, we performed well. You're 15th, blood.
But you got to remember, that set piece saved you lot. Apart from that set piece, you didn't create one clear-cut chance, bro. So you had that set piece, which you're known for.
Madueke chance. It was on the goal line, bro. For me, you have to score it. Do you know what? In my match reaction, I was so bored. No, listen. Go back and watch the match reaction. I didn't even talk about the Madueke thing because I completely forgot, blood. I was so bored watching that game, blood. Yeah, me and Trey were there like, blood, this is actually dead.
Like, dead, bro? You might want dead food.
You understand?
Yeah, man.
So who was boring then? Was Arsenal boring? Was United boring?
Boring, bro. But guess what? You still couldn't beat us.
Yeah, well, there you go.
You still couldn't score. Yeah?
Yeah, You could have
You
scored. I
still
know
couldn't
that.
score, blood. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's calm. Like
Your
I
boy
said to you,
Sesko, they're telling me he's ready.
brother, he's better than your striker, man.
No, he
You're
ain't, blood.
correct.
No, he ain't, blood.
He
No,
did
he
better
ain't,
than
blood.
your striker.
No,
Are you
he
mad?
ain't, blood.
Are you
No, he
mad?
ain't, blood.
He did better than your striker in the whole game, bro.
What
He
did
did
Sesko
more.
do?
He did more in the game
What
than your
did
striker.
Sesko do?
What
What
did
did Sesko
Sesko
do apart from
What
what
did
did
Sesko
Sesko do?
pre-season?
Tell me.
The one that's had a pre-season moving like Lukaku up front, bro.
Tell me. Tell
What's
me.
the difference in
What did
Lukaku
Sesko
there?
do? What did Sesko do?
Did Sesko actually play for Leipzig before he moved over to United? I'm not sure. Some people are saying he played preseason games. Gyökeres was on strike, we know that, and he played 30 minutes and then 60 minutes and then another 60 here. These two bickering backwards and forwards, bro, always gets me.
What did Sesko do? What did he do?
The guy came on, yeah. Hold
What
on,
did he
hold on.
do?
He had more link-up play. He had more and hold-up play than your brother did in
What
the
did
whole
he do?
game, bro.
What
Your
link-up
guy was
play?
anonymous. He was on for 20 minutes here, and he did more in the 20 minutes than your brother.
What link-up play?
That's what we call him right now.
Did Sesko touch the ball?
Lukaku.
Real talk. Did Sesko touch the
Yeah,
ball?
this brother, what did Gyökeres do?
What did he
Fall
do?
on the floor. Fall on the floor, bro. That's an Arsenal.
Who fell on the
Trip
floor?
on the
It's no,
ball.
no. Delit fell on the floor. Delit fell on the floor. Delit tried to do madman, and Delit
That's
got
not doing
sent
this.
back to fucking.
Your
Delit got sent
brother-
back to
your
Amsterdam,
brother
blood. Yeah,
was
Delit got
trampling
bodied,
on the
blood.
floor,
Yeah,
bro. Your
Delit tried
brother-
to do this whole.
your
Oh
brother
yeah,
who's at
welcome to the
pre-season.
Premier League.
You
Welcome
gotta
to where,
remember.
blood? Yo, I've
Listen to
been
me,
here
listen
before,
to me.
you know.
You-
You understand?
And at this point, this is where I can't listen to this shit anymore because they're just yelling over the top of one another, trying to out-banter each other. It's nauseating sometimes, bruv. I enjoy the chemistry and the backwards and forwards and shit, but mid-off. After this point, I'm like, nah, I can't do this no more, bruv. This is where the boys lose me. Shout out to the boys, Troops and Saeed every time, but bruv, when they start yelling at one another and you just can't hear anybody, I'm tapping out, bruv. I'm tapping out, bruv. I can't do it, bruv. It's just, nah, I can't do it. I can do it. It's too much. I can do it. But in saying that, there was one little bit here. I don't know how much of this I'm going to check out. However, there is this bit here. So there's another video here. And this is taken from, I believe it's from A-listers from this morning for me. And as you can see on screen here, so it says, popcorn ready. Performances do matter. Heated clash Hussam versus Dio. Let's have a listen.
I want to ask the real questions about Arsenal because we ain't gonna let you get away with this. First of all, make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Got 700 people in here. Get the likes up. Here's the thing with Arsenal. Dio,
yeah, go on.
This is episode 1. You are correct. The problem is it's season 6, episode 1. That's the problem. Now, me and you have had conversations where we completely agreed on Arsenal Football Club. Like literally, like 90% agreement on Arsenal. 95% even, I'd say. So here's the thing that I want to say. The problem with why Arsenal should be more disappointed than Man United, in my opinion, regardless of result, is because for Arsenal, performance does matter because you don't need just results because it's not match week 30. It's match week 1. So you've got to win, and you've got to win in a way that is sustainable.
Okay. I maintain my stance. I said it before, I'll say it again. First couple of games, 5 games in, just win your games, play your football, try get the W's. Once you get your W's, then you progress and you start moving from there. You can't tell me that you're going to expect 10 out of 10 champagne football from the first game of the season. Like, yeah, Man City played a mad game. They won 4-0 against Wolves. But again, look at the opposition. You're playing at Old Trafford against Manchester United with a new attacking trio. They look decent. Obviously, 2 out of 3 started the game. They look decent, had chances. Raya had to come to the rescue. You can say defensive masterclass. You can say United were toothless up front. Whichever side of the fence you wanna stay on. Just don't sit in the middle. You get splinters. Fair enough. You want to do that. But your results first and foremost, bruv. Get your 3 points, bruv. Get your 3 points. I get it to here. This is where I'm looking at this now. Get your 3 points, brother. That's it. Performances from the 5th game onwards. Then you're looking at performances. And then when you get to a certain point, the business end of the season, bloody hell. Speaking of that, business end of the season, that's when you start saying, just get me the results. Get me results, 1-0, stinkfest, own goals, off the goalkeeper, don't give a shit, just give me 3 points.
I still remember when Lewis's club under Thomas Tuchel, after winning the Champions League in the first 2 months of the season, were considered to be part of the title.
Vader, he's got the lighter. is basically calling Hassam a gaslighter here with the net gaslight. That's clever. I see what you're doing, Vader. I see what you're doing, man. I see it.
The race. It was supposed to be Chelsea, Liverpool, and City that season. But because their offensive performances were unsustainable and they couldn't carry it on for the rest of the season, they eventually fell away from us. And Liverpool and City created that separation. So performances do matter, because if Arsenal play a certain way, they would get a lot more points across the season. What Roy Keane said for me is 100% fact. He said, Liverpool and City in that game try to score the second, try to score the third, try to dominate. You get me? By the way, Liverpool did it last season. We went 1-0 up at Old Trafford. We didn't just sit on our ass. We went to score the second, score the third, 3-0. So Liverpool would have done that. City would have done that. Yesterday, and I'm actually going to defend Arsenal.
So maybe then it's a tactics question again. It goes back to the manager. It's an Arteta thing. Go 1-0 up and then just defend and then try hit a counter-attack or something. Maybe that's what you have to say. Again, first game of the season, bruv. If we scraped a 1-0 against Bournemouth, and let's say we outplayed the fuck out of them, we had so many XG, we had shots and this and that and blah, 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 but we only won 1-0, I'd be saying, okay, yeah, performance was fucking good performance. Overall, should have slapped them up, but we won 1-0. That's the main thing. Give me 3 points first and foremost, bruv. Or we could have played like absolute dog shit and still got 3 points. Then I say, first game, 3 points. Okay, improve from there. Next week, Newcastle. Week after that, Arsenal. They're the games you really want to be saying. Okay, put it this way. If you know you're playing against tough opposition, do you care about the performance or do you care about the points? That's how I'll frame it. You're playing against a decent, strong team. Now, yes, Newcastle played a stinkfest against Villa. It was 0-0, whatever it was. Do you play to outplay them and win, or do you just want to win the game? Whichever way it comes, bruv.
Here. Yesterday, people were criticizing Jokeres. I did as well as banter, but when we're talking serious football, you didn't create anything for Jokeres. You literally created nothing for Jokeres. Did you put Jokeres through on goal? No. Did you give him a clear-cut chance? No. Did you create him a half chance? No. As a matter of fact, something opposite happened. Jokeres created a chance for Martinelli. So I'm sat here going like, whoa. This is supposed to be the opposite, bro. Like Martinelli is supposed to be playing passes to Jokeres. So my thing is, I believe performances do matter for you in this current moment in time, because you need to build a way where Mr. Jokeres is getting chances. That's the thing for me. And I just don't think that what you're doing right now is sustainable for a striker scoring a lot of goals. That's the thing.
Well,
do you think, genuinely?
No, I agree, Soccer Junkie. If Arsenal play the same way against Leeds and they get 3 points, I'll be thinking, okay, another 3 points, newly promoted team, etc., etc. But at home, you should be wanting to play better football. 100% away from home, it's just getting 3 points, bruv. You're going away from home. Don't lose the game. Don't lose the game. Simple. Jonathan, if we play like this versus Leeds, then I worry. Yeah, that's the thing. Big up, Stephen. That's the thing. If you're, I'll say it. I'll leave it. Leeway it. 5 games in, get 3 points, try and get playing better, play your football, etc., etc. If it's 10 games in, 15 games in, and you're seeing this, then I'd be questioning, saying, okay, something's going wrong here. I mean, expecting teams to go straight off the bat and just like bang champagne football off the cuff, I think that's where people may be expecting a little bit too much. Not every team can do that. Some teams it's all about getting 3 points, get the confidence, and then go from there.
Just to wrap up, this is my question. First of all, tell me from what I said, do you agree with and disagree with? And the second thing is, are you in the camp of saying we should change the way that we attack? Forget midfield, defense, keeper, because I think that's actually good. But the way that you attack, do you think you need to change the way that you do it?
That is a given. That's going to happen because we haven't had a proper number 9 since Aubameyang. We haven't played with an out-and-out 9 since Aubameyang. So again, the club is going to have to, the players are going to have to adapt to it. That's number one. I'm not going to sit here and judge one game and be like, oh, again, you just gave all the answers. We didn't create for Gyökeres, so he couldn't do anything with it. So in that case, I'm not going to, if you go back into training and watch the game and you say, okay, this is where I made the mistake. Gyökeres runs this way. I'm going to have to release the ball on time. And you do that in training and you come and do it in the next game and we see the results, then great. The same way we said we didn't create for Gyökeres, the last preseason game, we saw the difference when they created for him. He was in the box. He put a header in. So it is something that I know that they can do. It just was not done in this United game. It was done a game before that where they created for him and he put the ball in the back of the net.
I think left wing is your biggest weakness right now.
Yeah, no, left wing. I'll come to the left wing issue. I'll come to.
I'll be honest with you. If Martinelli's there and you even have Haaland up top, you won't win the league.
Look again. I'll come to the left wing issue. I'm just answering the question that you asked me. The team, the team will definitely have to adapt to now having a number 9 and how he plays and creating more for him. That's a given. Like you said to United, it's match week 1. You were unlucky. Amorim needs a little bit of luck as well with everything that he's doing. It's match week 1 for me too. I was lucky. I got away with a win, but there's a lot of things I need to tweak now. Are we talking about an Arsenal team that does not know how to play at all? No. This is a team that we know can be dangerous when they click. So I'm not worried about them clicking. It's how quickly they click. Because when I look back at my team, years ago, I remember when we first brought in, and I'm not comparing because I know people are going to be like, yeah, are you trying to compare? No, I'm just talking about duration of time. When Henry came to Arsenal, it took him 9 games before he scored his first goal. And then he picked up from there, and that was it. So sometimes it takes a few games for a player to be able to kind of fill out the rest of the guys, which, again, if we had gotten him early, we could have done a lot of that in preseason. We did not, so we have to go with what we have right now, which is give him the 60 minutes, the 70 minutes. Let's see if the team is able to create for him more. If they're not...
How do you create for him more? You need to change the style.
That's why I said the style will change. Look, again, Mikel Arteta is a manager that I have seen change the style since 2022. 2022, we played a different way. 2023, 24, we played a different way. 24, 25, Arsenal played a different way. So now that has shown me that he's a manager that because he can change the way we play, should be able to change the way we play towards Victor Gyökeres. And that I expect him to do.
Change the way they play. Shit. How would they though? Because if Gyökeres is better on transition, then they need to start playing counter-attacking football. But they're not a counter-attacking team though. If Gyökeres, I just seen the picture. Fuck, that's a rough picture. The Gyökeres one. He put crosses into the box, score with his head. Sure, he's not great with his header, as we've seen, but he scored 1 goal already. Cool, fair enough. Playing balls across the box, looking for tap-ins and things like that. Then you need Saka to create. You need Martinelli or Madueke to create, but you need him in the middle of the box there. If he's going to be running late into the box, then that means you still need your wingers to create the chances and then cut back for him to run onto, or Odegaard to make something happen. Defensively, they are very good. Their goalkeeper is good. Midfield is solid as well. Up front, though, still. When Odegaard was out last season, everything was reliant on like Saka, Rice, to bag, and then Marina ended up scoring goals in the later half of the season as well. And they found a way. Don't know, bruv. Changing their style to play, though, this is the thing. If Arteta's going to keep playing the same way he played last season, I don't know what they're expecting from Gyökeres. Gyökeres has to change his game then. And this reminds me, I don't know how many people know from players back in the day, ex-Yugo players. There was a player called Darko Panchev, arguably, well, maybe now our second best ever Macedonian football export behind Goran Pandev now, because Pandev went to Inter, won the treble with Inter Milan actually when Mourinho was there, played for Lazio, played for Napoli, etc., etc. Went to the Euros and whatnot. But Darko Panchev won the Golden Boot in that 1991 season, I think it was, something like that, 92 season. And he won the Champions League with Red Star Belgrade. The best striker in world football at that time. He went to Inter Milan. They signed a renowned goal-scoring striker to Inter Milan, and he absolutely flopped there because they weren't playing to his strengths. They didn't play ball to fee or whatever it was, but everyone's documented this. The manager at the time, for whatever reason they signed him, or another manager came in and he was sacked, and a new manager came in and didn't fancy him and didn't play to his style, to his strengths, and he absolutely bombed it. And I think the guy retired by the age of 30 or something like that. I think even Sir Alex Ferguson was looking at bringing in him to Manchester United at one point in the early 90s, but he ended up staying or going somewhere else and shit like that. So it does happen where players, they do get signed by by a club, and the manager doesn't play to a certain strength of theirs, and things like that happen. It's just a shit go. I think that's the fear. Like some people are saying, like if Gyökeres doesn't get the service he needs, or they're not playing to his strengths, then he's gonna flounder like many others have done in the past as well. And just an example of Darko Panchev, Golden Boot winner, Champions League winner, signed by Inter Milan, and then just didn't play to his strengths and absolutely flopped. I mean, how does that happen, bruv? You can't tell me the player's shit when he bagged goals for fun for years before that, but it's a madness.
If he has any common sense.
Isn't this mentality the reason why you didn't, like, you draw a lot of games last season because of this? Like, instead of killing off teams,
last season, we drew 14 games. Out of those 14 games,
that's a lot of draws, brother.
Hold on. Hossam, you're right.
We had 12 in the invincible season.
Hold on, Hossam, you're right? We drew 14 games. Out of those 14 games, 6 of them we played with 10 men in discipline. 6 of those 14, we played with 10 men. The remaining 8 of those games, we played 4 of them without the person who could create the most chances was Bukayo Saka. Like, realistically, that was the only person that made any sense last season. So you're looking at about 10 out of those 14 games where we genuinely were just useless. Again, from our own mistakes, our own indiscipline.
So how do you change that? You keep telling the problem, which I agree with. I agree with you on the diagnosis, but what's the solution, doctor? Tell me.
So the solution for me is keep your heads cool, keep 11 men on the pitch at all times this season. Do not do anything stupid to get a red card in any game because you saw how many games you dropped.
But you had 11 players against Man United.
And we won the game, Hossam. That's the bottom line.
Now you're talking about won the game, but we're not talking about the result.
Hossam, again,
we're talking about performance. Hossam. You just told Sheik that he deserves.
I betcha if this was Liverpool, and we went to United and we played like shit and we got the W, I assure you he would be saying, yeah, performance wasn't great, but we got the 3 points and that's what matters. The 3 points is what matters, bro. Beating the performance. You don't get extra points for a performance, bro. Let's not get it twisted now.
To win 3-0, you said it.
Hossam, don't play this game with me. You asked me a question, I'm answering your question.
But I'm asking performance, not result.
Performance-wise, I'm telling you what they need to do. I said keep 11 men in the game, keep your head down, don't get no red cards this season, so that that way you do not lose points in those games. Number 2, you've brought a striker. Pull up your big boy hats now and your intelligence as footballers. It's your job to know how to put the ball to his feet so that the guy can put the ball in the back of the net. Do that as number 2. Do it in training. Dream about it. Write it down. Do what you need to do. That's what you need to do. But when you talk about fixing,
so the left wing thing, do you think that plays a part as well?
The left wing, I've been saying it all transfer window.
Do you think Martinelli can actually win a league title for you?
Let me ask you. You asked me about left wing. I've been saying it all transfer window. Get rid of Leandro Trossard, put Martinelli on the bench, and go pay the money for somebody like, hear what I'm saying, I did not say that's the person that will get, but somebody like a Rafael Leao. That caliber of player is the caliber of, I'm talking about the caliber now. Somebody who can perform game in, game out, right? That's what I want. Eze, for me, I ask you this, Hossam. If Eze joins Arsenal today, does he win me the league? No, my left wing will still be weak if Eze joins me.
Yeah, but I have a different reason for saying
you need Eze. You do need Eze.
Wait. I have a
probably Eze is needed for a attacking front, something different going forward. If it's not Odegaard, it's Eze. That way you have more creators on the pitch. But everyone says Arteta's going to stick him on the left. He's useless on the left. Well, why would you do that? Is he going to dethrone Odegaard? Probably not. Where do you go from there?
Different reason for saying no. Wait. The reason for me saying no is who your manager is, not because of Eze himself. I actually think Eze is exactly what the doctor ordered, given who your current striker is. Because you have Gyökeres up top, Eze on the left, creativity. Saka on the right, creativity. Odegaard behind him, creativity. You actually now are creating chances for Gyökeres. I think if Eze becomes an Arsenal player, he'll create triangles with Odegaard and Gyökeres. He'll create triangles with the strikers. And the other side as well, you can see spaces being freed up to Saka. Eze roasted Chelsea, by the way. Like, that's an unbelievable player. People act like Eze is like mid or something. Eze ain't mid. Eze is a very good player, by the way.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm going to break it down the way I understand it on my own level, which is very, very, very small. I don't have the highest education. So I'll do it this way for you.
Don't be modest.
No. I want him to understand where I'm coming from. I look at my squad, right? I look at my squad and I look at last season and the things that killed us. We didn't have a striker, number 1. Number 2, our squad depth. We didn't have man for man in a position to be able to
problem solved, both of them.
No, hold on. So now in all of that, we've solved goalkeeper. Kepa is decent enough to come in and do a job if Raya is injured. Left back, right back, center back, full backs. We have people that can do a job.
The defense is stacked, bro. I'm not hearing this. They have a better defense than us, in my opinion, bruv. For me, Arsenal have a better defense. That doesn't mean they can't be got at. It doesn't mean they can't have goals conceded. It doesn't mean they can't have bozo moments. But when you look at the players they have and the positions that they have cover for, It is better. If we were to sign a Gahey or another centre back, I'd say, you know what? All right, let's go for a bound for bound. Let's go. Let's make it happen, bruv. But in this instance here, I don't know, man. Arsenal just have the edge for me, defenders-wise. That's not to say our defense is shit or whatnot, but they have more defenders and arguably better players in their respective positions. More notably, Timber at right back, if I'm being honest.
Midfield, we still have the Italian Neres, we have the Mikel Marinos, we have people that can do a job, right? Look at the right wing. If Saka is out, Madueke can do his business. Then he can do something on that side. Up front, if there's no Gyökeres, Havertz, on his good day, we'll put the ball back on net or trouble defenders.
On a good day,
wing,
though.
Totally useless. So let me fix that left wing before I start thinking of a left mid Eze, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying I don't want Eze. I'm saying when I look on paper at my squad.
Yeah, but you're letting your solution go to Spurs, even though he wants to join you.
Listen, again,
I think you need Eze. I think you need Eze.
I think
yesterday's game, you needed Eze. You needed Eze.
I hear you. That's your
If
opinion.
Eze okay, quick question.
If Eze was on the pitch other than Martinelli, yeah.
If Eze was on the pitch, do Arsenal have 0.29 XG? Be honest.
No, I don't think we have 0.29 XG. But again, I'm looking at how my team sets up and how we play. So again, Hussam, here's the problem. Who plays on the right? Who plays in my my mid right? Who plays on my midfield right? Odegaard.
Right? No. The whole team for me would be the same, but then just take out Martinelli, put Eze. That's it.
Again, the position that Eze would probably. I'm just letting you know how we play and where they would want to play him, because you are just saying put Eze on the left wing.
No, but Dio, you said it right.
I think
earlier.
you're being too technical with it.
No, but Dio, you were on point when you said it earlier when you brought up all the examples of Arteta adapting, right? If you were to get an Eze, he would adapt and create a system that would get the best out of him being on that pitch in addition to what you already have.
You know what? Because this season is for me, for Arteta, is win or bust. I would not even want to risk him trying to readapt somebody there. Get me an out-and-out left winger who can perform. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so you have no excuses to tell me, oh, Eze needed 10 games to play on that left wing for him to adapt to Gyökeres. I don't want to hear that. I understand.
But I think Eze can play left wing, though. I think this whole, he's a left attacking midfielder. Yeah, but that's just because of the style that's because of the style that Palace play. But when you watch Crystal Palace, when they have the ball, when they attack, when they're in attacking positions, Eze is occupying that left wing side. Like, he's occupying. He plays in the same position as a left winger.
Sam, I want Eze, but if I can get the elk of a Rafael,
yes, Rodrigo, of course, that's better than Eze.
I would go. That's what I'm saying. So for me, this season.
So he wants more of a touchline winger? Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah, big ups. I know it's late. I'm wrapping up soon as well. I was meant to wrap it up before, but I'm still going on here. But does this mean is Leao an out-and-out winger? I don't watch Leao. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, I watch them. Nah, I don't watch no AC Milan. I don't do that sort of shit there. Is Leao a touchline winger, though? Is that what he's looking for? But again, it goes back down to the wingers. If you're going to be creating from your left and right side, then you need your wingers to be fizzing the ball into the box, but you still need your midfield to be playing in balls to your wingers or whatever it is, and then playing across. But even now I'm seeing people say Saka's become too robotic. Saka doesn't have the flair anymore. He's not doing the step overs and the tricks and whatnot. It's becoming very robotic. Would the same thing happen if Eze come onto the pitch now? If Eze was playing on that left side, is the same thing going to happen to him? We've seen it happen in the past, man. This is why people say the performances, that there's no individual flair anymore. They don't let the players do their thing. It's like, do this or you're going to get hooked type of thing.
Is go for the best of the best. Do whatever it takes to get them in those positions, because that's the only chance you have of beating this Liverpool. I'm going to ask you a question. Eze joins Arsenal today. Are we now the favorites to win the league?
No, because Arteta's your manager, not because of Eze.
Hold on. Rodrigo
if you sign Rodrigo, are you favorites? No, because Arteta's your manager. There you go. No problem.
So Hussam, then why are we having the Eze conversation? If you're saying Arteta is the problem,
yeah,
then
it doesn't matter. What does it matter then? Why bother going through all this discussion, all this debate, saying you need Eze, if Arteta's still there and you're not going to win because of Arteta? What's the point? What is the point, man? Exactly. It all goes back to Arteta. What is the point of going through all this if it goes back to Arteta being the fucking problem? Oh my god. Oh, Sam, I hate you. Oh, I hate you.
Because it increases your chances. Because it increases your chances.
increasing.
So let's say, wait, I'll answer. So I think Liverpool have the biggest chance winning the league. City second, Arsenal third. Okay, no problem. Guess what? Now your chances are increased. So if Liverpool do have a bad season, if Liverpool do have a bad season, you're there. So it increases your chances at
But it's
least.
also it's going based off of what we've just seen in this game. You could use someone like Eze.
Which increases my chances more? The elk of Rafael Leao or Rodrigo, that elk, I'm not saying themselves, but that elk player or Eze.
Yeah, but I've already agreed with that. I don't get why you're acting like I disagree.
No,
I don't.
Which is why I'm saying that's what I would, when you asked me about the left side, I said that's what I would go put in first. I would try to fix that first before I fix the Eze thing. If Eze is going to go to Tottenham and it's not going to happen until the last day of the window, all is fair in love and war. I will just go for the top of what I need to get to fix the position. Because again, right now, if Trossard leaves,
Eze was working for you all summer long, and then you let him go.
You were linked with Eze the whole time.
Honestly.
It looks like that deal.
You let him go to your biggest rivals, bro. Come on, man.
Eze is going to be a good addition for them. Madison's injured right now. He's going to be a good addition for them.
In an ideal world, I would take Eze and the left winger. Again, my left wing is depleted. I don't have one. And if something happens to Eze in the season, if he gets knocked out for 3 games, then I'm screwed on that position.
You have one. You have one. I was watching your left winger. He was trying to do his Richarlison impression. That was pretty adorable.
My point is, Eze doesn't fix the left wing because
so what if Rafael Leao joins and he gets knocked out?
I've seen better in the MLS, bro. I'm just saying. You're talking about I don't have a left winger. That's my highlight.
How about you hijack the Garnacho deal?
No. Forget that guy, man. Forget that guy.
That's your problem, Lewis.
Lewis. You know what I like about Lewis? He's quiet and shit like that. Sit there with his fucking Chelsea championship belt, champions of the world type of thing, whatever, durag glasses and that. But then the man will rock up out of nowhere and just say some madness, just like some little quirky thing, and then he just fucking sends everybody into laughter, bruv. Oh, what? Garnacho's like, no. Garnacho's going to you. Garnacho's going to Chelsea, bruv. Ain't no Arsenal fan want Garnacho there. They already took Madueke. They don't need a Garnacho.
Garnacho belongs
to you. I know, because you put him on the fucking thumbnail every week.
Garnacho belongs to you.
Lewis, I told you I'll take 30 million. 30 million is cool for me, man.
But your club won't, so it's like we're just dragging this. Leave us alone.
Look, it'll be very interesting. I think even next week, look, I'm going to just say one thing. It's away at Old Trafford and blah, blah, blah. We get that part. But let me tell you something right now. You do this bullshit at home to Leeds next week, bro. I'm going to call it out even more. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. I think that's fair. But I still maintain 3 games, 4, 5 games, get your 3 points. That's the main thing there. But if they play like this next week against Leeds and they can see chances and shit like that, it's going to be a mad fucking meltdown, bro. Oh, my days. I do think they'll beat Leeds. I mean, Leeds, you can say they got lucky with the penalty at home to Everton in the morning. But newly promoted team, back again. You're playing at home. And it's like the expectation will be there on Arsenal to not just win, but win comfortably. Because if you don't win comfortably, then the questions are going to start piling up. Then more questions are going to be put towards Arteta. Is the team good enough? Is Arteta doing the right thing? The tactics? Is Gyökeres? If Gyökeres doesn't bag or get an assist or do something in the next game, more questions start piling up. But again, I'm not one of these people who's going to dunk on them straight away. I'm going to say, you know what, give them some time. Give them 5 games, 10 games. Then if we're not seeing performances, if we're not seeing output, then you're going to start questioning these players, manager, team, and going to be asking yourself, say, okay, what the fuck's going on there? Same with Ekitike. If Ekitike doesn't score goals on a regular basis in 10 games, if Verts doesn't start doing some shit in 10 games, getting an assist or a goal or something to that the pre-assist or whatever they want to call it, give me something. Give us something to go off there, because the agendas are gonna keep on spiraling, and it's just gonna turn to shit. And then the internet will do what the internet does and just turn everything into a fucking shitstorm. It is what it is. On that note, I am absolutely done now. I'm finished. Garnacho to Arsenal 2028. Here we go. It's crazy. Imagine Liverpool going after Ekitike and he ends up at Everton. I'm so glad. Oh yeah, bro. Fucking hell, man. Oh my god. Imagine that was the case. Oh, my days. Nah, I couldn't bear that. I could not bear that. Anyways, I'm calling it quits. I'm done. I'm cooked. I need to take my meds. I need to cook. I need to eat. I need to do something. Drink my waters and all that. And is anyone live? Nobody's live. Oh, Sarcasm City. Flawless is live. Let's go to Flawless. Why not? Let's do that. Oh no, he's scheduled. Is it scheduled or is he live? Which one is it? Bloody hell, I can't tell. Is it a schedule or a live? Who's live now? He says live. Oh, it says live. I don't know if he is live, but he might be live. Anyway, it says they're live. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll show. Anyways, peace out, everybody. Have yourselves a good day, good night, whatever it is. Hopefully, I'm better tomorrow. I'll see you on the flip side. Yeah, we'll move over. We'll go to Flawless. We'll go over to Flawless. Let's do that. Yeah, Flawless. Shout out Flawless. Anyways, outro. End the stream, Dave. Going over to Flawless. Where's my outro? There it is. Peace out, everybody.
End the stream, Dave. End the stream. End it, blood. End it